Hello folks, welcome to my channel Researchers Enigma. I hope you all are doing good. This video is a part of a series referred to as PhD in Abroad, where I will be conducting an informal interview of PhD students who are working abroad, and this will help those who want to pursue PhD in abroad or are in process of applying for PhD positions in abroad. So in this vlog, I have interviewed my friend and my batchmate and my roommate Naythan Jordan Dcunha. He was a PhD student in Antrak, but few months back he got a better position in Technion University in Israel. He's working in a cancer immunology based lab. Since this is an online interview, there has been some internet issues due to which some portions might not be that clear. So I will urge you to use headphones as well as the subtitles. Similar to this, I have posted a blog in my website researchersenigma.com. The link you will find in the description.
Let's start with the first question, and that is tell us about your PhD or the research work.
So my PhD program is a 4-year program. It's an immunology PhD. And it's also to do with cancer. So what I'm actually studying is the miRNA dysregulation in B-cell lymphoma.
The next question is if someone is looking for a PhD opportunity abroad, then what are the ways, like in terms of social media platforms or websites or any kind of particular site by which one can come across such advertisements?
One of the best ways is LinkedIn. It is incredibly useful for academic purposes, especially for making contacts in academia. Apart from that, the websites mentioned in the blog, they are also among the best ways to find vacancies in different labs. And the websites also do have a certain way where they basically store your CVs and your SOP, if you give consent, that is. And what they do is then they look at vacancies in different institutes with your criteria in mind, and they will keep updating you via email that these are positions that are available. If you're interested, you can apply to it.
So, in your case, how you came across this PhD program?
Right. So this particular PhD program, again, I didn't come across it. I was just wildly writing emails and sending out applications to any and every PR I could find in the field of immunology and cancer, basically cancer research. And whoever I found remotely working on either of these two fields, I was just applying to. So as I've mentioned in the blog as well, that basically it's a game of chance, and hence you should apply as much as possible, because say you put like 100 applications, at least 3 applications would be accepted.
You can just write directly to the PI?
Yes, you can write directly to the PI, yes.
When you write directly to the PI, what all things, like, do you give an SOP or do you write just a cover letter? Like what material do you provide in that email?
Okay, so in your when you write directly to the PI, I'd suggest that you convert your SOP into the letter, right? You shorten it a little bit. You don't add everything because this is an email. You cannot expect the person to read such a huge email. When you send it across, you can always send them your SOP and your CV along with it. So if they are interested and have caught on to your email, they will go ahead and check the rest of your documents. Also, another thing is if there is a particular lab that you are adamant that you want to get into, but they don't have an opening, you can write to them saying that you can join as a research assistant, and then or a master student, and then become a PhD student later on in the lab. A lot of labs allow this. You could also say that the two of you and the PI could write for an external grant and make the position available. So these are things that, if you say, give you an edge because it shows that you are keen and very enthusiastic to joining the lab.
So that means before applying, you should have an idea about the field. Like if I go blindly, I might not find the right people. Otherwise, it's better to go with the websites and check through that way rather than directly mailing to the PIs.
Yes, perfect.
Means what is the way to write an SOP?
The format I used was basically a 3 to 4 paragraph format. The first paragraph is basically 2 or 3 lines, that's maximum, not more than that. and it just says that it introduces yourself. You're saying, hi, I'm so and so, whatever, and I'd like to join your lab. The second and the third paragraph are basically how you developed an interest in the field and what you've done based on that interest in the field, like your previous research. So it could be your master's, it could be your internship, it could be everything, including your BSc. So if you've done projects in your BSc, in your master's, in your internship, mention it. And mention what you liked about the whole process, what you learned from the entire process. Don't say things like, oh, I did Western and I did protein isolation and I'm well versed. Those are things that will come across in your resume. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for what you learned out of this entire process. And your last paragraph needs to basically be one, a summarization, but again, you don't repeat anything in this. What you're essentially saying is, this is what I have and this is my interest, and hence I think that I'm a good fit for your lab because your lab works on so and I can contribute in this scenario.
In line to that, the SOP that Nathan have sent, I have linked it with the blog that I have posted in my website. So if you want, you can go and check it out. But again, as Nathan said, don't copy. Use it as a format, as a template, and write your own SOP. Coming up to our next question, one thing that is common while applying abroad is that people think that it's important to have a research experience and more of research papers. And I know that you didn't have a research paper. So was it a problem, or your application was judged independent of that?
Research experience is essential. I understand that in the last 2 years, because of COVID, a lot of people might have not had a lot of hands-on dissertation work kind of an experience.
Yes.
So what I'd suggest is you could try for research assistantships, or you could try for traineeship programs or internship programs. The reason why I'm saying this is, in terms of experience, you will learn exactly what a PhD student goes through and what is expected of them and the kind of work that they need to put in. Two, you will develop a lot of the skills and the habits that a PhD student would need to without the pressure that a PhD student goes through. So it, in one way, will help you not only in your SOP, but it will also help you to determine whether you really want to be doing this or not. Research paper, on the other hand, it's an advantage if you have one, yes. If you don't have one, it's not a make or break deal.
So the next question is, how much time should one expect while applying for the PhD program? And during this tenure, how can one be calm? Because I know there is a lot of frustration.
So the whole process of a PhD, right, from the application to the day that you are called a doctor, is immensely frustrating. Okay, so take the application process alone as an example of what you're getting into. All right. Once you have a good SOP, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get into a PhD program. Okay. So hold on, do research internships. Okay, as many as you can. It is very frustrating. I agree. It is very, very frustrating. And at the same time, you will hear of your friends getting into PhD programs or doing well in their life, and you're still stuck, wondering when this is going to happen, when this is going to happen. It is very frustrating. But unfortunately, there's nothing else you can do. Okay, so be calm, get as much experience as you can during this time, and write to as many PIs as you can during this time. Like for me, I am lucky it took me 4 months. But I know of people that it's taken 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So it is frustrating because the competition is that high.
The last question comes over here is that we know what are the challenges we face in PhD in general and then in India. But what are the challenges that one face in PhD when while doing abroad?
Work-wise, it's the same. There's no difference here. You are expected to work the same. But yeah, there are major differences. One is depending on which country you go to. If they speak English, good. If they don't, like where I am, language barrier is a big problem. Your second problem is living expenses. Again, it depends from country to country. Again, if you are someone who is very close to your family, That's again going to be a thing. And then if you have friends like I do who plan trips every other month and are back in India and then send stories to you and photographs to you, you will have the fear of missing out. Another important one is climate. Okay, climate depending where you're from. I'm from Mumbai, can't bear cold. This place was awfully cold when I came here.
I think with this interview kind of thing, people might have got a gist of how to apply for a PhD program abroad and as well as what challenges they might face. So thank you, Nathan. I hope this video helps a lot of people. And if you have any further doubts or queries, I think Nathan will be more than happy to answer those. So I will link his email ID in the description. So you can mail him. So thank you, Nathan, once again.
More than happy to do this. Yeah.
Thank you for watching this video and see you in my next video. Till then, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.
And check out his blog.
Yeah.